Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2022, the album Dad AF Rock on Gold Dust Woman. Peace. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Kiss me once. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Well, my husband is out for the night for his girlfriend's birthday. Her husband arranged this entire day for the two of them with mani-pedis and a very special birthday dinner tonight and all this kind of stuff just for the two of them. So when you're just sitting here all alone at home, why not a drama video? And actually the video that I am making, which is YouTube Dead, is not actually the video that I planned on making today. So let me kind of explain to you what happened, because it'll explain to you the process of me kind of looking at this question. And I really want you guys to sound off in the comment section below of whether or not YouTube as a social media platform is dead or if it's dying. Because a lot of people are talking about this right now. And let me get a little sip of coffee first. If you watched Jeffree Star's, or Shane Dawson's new series about Jeffree Star says in there that he's leaving YouTube. And the reason why he says is that partly because he's been on social media for 20 years, but really he wants to go where the clicks and views are. I mean, he doesn't say it so blatantly, but that's what it is. And that he says that nobody is clicking on YouTube videos anymore, right? Which I think is kind of a sad statement when you're a YouTuber that is still getting 1 million, 1.5 million views on a video, and that's like 1.5 million people that are still watching your videos, or 500,000 people that are coming to watch your launch videos because that's all that you can be bothered to put out. And this has been a die-hard audience that has followed you for years and years and years and has lined your pockets with money and has afforded you the lifestyle that you have. And, you know, this is where I always say that I think these YouTubers get to a certain point where the numbers really don't mean anything to them anymore, right? And I always reference my Peterisms channel. And so my Peterisms channel is a channel where I read daily meditations. I have recently started doing a lot of addiction and recovery stories over there and addressing people's questions that they leave for me in the comment section. And I just love that channel. I probably don't get any more than 500 to 1,000 views per video on that channel. And I don't care, right? Like, that's not what it's about to me. The comments that I get on that video, I mean, I literally could pull up the channel right now and I can tell you that the comments that I get on there are just like every day are just like so glowing and beautiful. And they're like, oh my God, this is the meditation that I needed to hear. Thank you so much for talking about this. People share personal stories of their lives, of what's going on. And it always reminds me that each time that that number on your subscriber count goes up 1 or goes down 1, right? That is an actual human being that is sitting on the other side of the screen, and they are pushing that button, right? Every time that somebody leaves a comment or hits the like button or the dislike button or whatever, that is somebody out there. That's an actual human being that is taking time out of their day to watch your video, to watch your Instagram story or your TikTok. And, you know, I've always kind of had this issue with YouTubers or influencers or, you know, TikTokers or Instagram people or whatever, okay? That just kind of feel like they got to where they got by luck, and that it wasn't the people sitting on the other side that got them where they got, right? And I just feel like any of us, no matter how large you are in this whole spectrum, like, should feel so blessed on a daily basis that we get to call this our job, you know? Like, it's absolutely amazing. And, you know, I don't know, it kind of makes me sad sometimes. And it really made me sad in watching the series and seeing the comments underneath Shane's video of people that were saying to Jeffree Star, like, you know, like, I still watch your videos. I don't have TikTok. Like, I'm not going over to TikTok. Like, I love your videos. It makes me really sad that you're leaving. Like, I've been so dedicated to you for years and years and years. And I guess those people don't matter to Jeffree Star. I don't know, right? But Jeffree Star's not the only one that's talking about YouTube dying. And so I kind of wanted to do a comparison study, and several years ago, when, you know, we were talking about all of the big beauty drama and whatever, it was Jeffree Star and James Charles. Jeffree Star, James Charles, and they were just like, you know, I would put out a video, back in the day, these videos did very well. I would put out a video, and the video would be like, you know, James Charles, like, beats Jeffree Star on Social Blade, and the next one would be Jeffree Star takes over Social Blade, and it was like, because they would, like, you know, each day they would, like, one would go over the other one. And those were kind of big stories back in the day. Nobody really cares about that today, right? Okay, so I wanted to go over to James Charles' channel because I wanted to see if he is getting less views than you know, Jeffree Star, or where his views are and things like that. And the other reason I wanted to go over to James Charles' channel is that it has been a very, very long time since I have done a James Charles video. I haven't talked about James Charles. James Charles has done a very good job of staying out of drama. Congratulations. I almost kind of think, like, it's interesting to me, you know, I used to compare drama commentary channels back in the day when we were just, you know, a few of us out there and we were talking about all this kind of stuff, and it was just like gossip and it was fun and it was the tea and all that kind of stuff, right? I compared us to kind of like Luella Parsons in the 40s and the other like celebrity magazine writers that they were actually invited. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this, but I compared us to those celebrity writers that would be invited to, like, the movie star parties, right? And then they would see, like, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so in the corner, and they would be, like, kissing or, like, sharing a cigarette or something, right? And then they would write it up the next day, and then because you would see, you know, I don't know, like, Olivia de Havilland and, you know, who's the Clark Gable in the corner or something like that, that would make you want to go see Gone with the Wind, right? Because everybody would be speculating that they were in a relationship and things like that. This whole idea of drama driving views towards whatever your product sales is, as far as a marketing idea, is nothing new. It's why back in the day when Jeffree Star started contacting all of the drama channels and using them to his advantage, at that time, people were calling it out because it was kind of a smart move. Like, he knew what he was doing, right? But it backfired on him because he was playing people against each other. Okay. But now it almost kind of seems to me that their lack of, like, delving into drama has really kind of, like, screwed the pooch on their careers to some degree. Like, I kind of almost wonder, I'm just putting this out there, I know people are going to be like, well, Peter wants the drama for my channel. Well, of course I do. I want to talk about it if there were drama going on, you know? But, like, I almost kind of wonder, like, if we were seeing the same drama of, you know, 2 to 3 years ago, and I'm not talking about, listen, I'm not talking about the life-devastating drama, the really horrific things that were going on, the terrible, I'm not talking about those kinds of things, okay? I'm talking about the people putting pallets out within a day of each other, okay? Or being shady towards each other, or things like that. I almost kind of wonder, or even like before that, before it got ugly, you know, when they were all hanging out together and doing game nights and they were friends and whatever. Like, it was almost kind of like this reality television show of, like, you know, the Real Housewives of the beauty community. And I almost kind of wonder if that still existed, if the beauty community would be doing better right now, or if, you know, a lot of these YouTubers would be doing better, you know, by driving some kind of drama to their channels. I'm just speculating. I don't think that's the end all of all of it, right? Because I kind of went in and I looked at several different YouTubers, and I wanted to look at their channels, and I wanted to look at their views from, like, here to, like, in the past 2 years and kind of see what had happened. And I kind of wanted to come up with my own belief system of what has happened to these channels, okay? And so I went over to James Charles' channel, and I have it sitting up here right now. And the last video that he put out was 1 day ago, and it's called Hide and Seek, but if I get found, you get $10,000. And it's currently sitting at 308,000 views. Now those views are views that James Charles would have gotten on a video. I have this ring light turned up so high. Hold on a second. Listen, Linda, we need to turn her down a little bit. Woo! She looked like an angel straight from heaven, didn't she? Do you remember the video back in the day? I think it was Nikki Tutorials that did it. Was it Nikki Tutorials or Wayne Goss that did the video of, like, what it really looks like without a ring light? I'll tell you what I look like without a ring light. Here's what I look like. No, We don't need to see all that. Anyway, okay, that was with the ring light maxed out. Okay, that would just fade us out. But anyway, so I went over to James Charles' channel, and it's like hide and seek, but if I get found, you get $10,000. Okay, 300,000 views. A day ago, though. We'll wait and see what happens to that. But then the last one is from 8 days ago, wearing the cheapest outfits from Amazon, and that is sitting at 786,000 views, okay? Then the last one before that is 2 weeks ago, and that is 952,000 views, trying a full face of makeup from Zara, okay? And so if you look at those 3 videos over time, it kind of does say, even though like the last one has been there for 2 weeks, it kind of does say that with James Charles content, people are kind of a little bit more interested in more of the makeup stuff. I don't know. I really think, okay, with James Charles, like, I feel like with each of these people, it's kind of a little bit different. You know, like, people have always said to me, I wish people would listen to your advice, Peter. You know, like, my biggest advice to James Charles would be, well, first of all, he should have come out with a video addressing everything, okay? And I really believe with James Charles, it's not too late for that. I think if James Charles came out with a video, and he did a video called Addressing Everything, and he literally got on video and addressed everything, and not a video that you're going to take down 2 weeks later, James, okay? But you got in a video, and because he's killing for that, okay? Addressing everything and then taking the video down, right? What? Who? It doesn't exist? Okay, well then I never said it. Well, there's 15 copies of it on YouTube. But addressing everything. And then I think the other problem is he hasn't taken his people along for the ride, right? Like, we're looking at James Charles now having, like, what, a 5 or 6 year career on YouTube? And so the people that started with him are no longer at the same age that they were before. Like, many of them that were in college are now aged out of college. They're getting married. They're buying their first homes. You know, they're, like, have careers, you know. And so for them, like, they don't really want to see, like, hide and seek in my house. I'm still 12 years old. Like, they could care less, right? Like, that is not a video that I would hit, like, that I would click on. I could absolutely care less about that. You know what I mean? And so this is where I've said this for a very long time. You have to bring your audience along for the ride, you know? And you have to bring them along for the journey. And maybe the journey is that James Charles hasn't grown up as a human being. I don't know. But, you know, like, when you look at this, and it's like, and then the next video is wearing the cheapest outfits from Amazon. It's, to me, and then if you go through here and you look at James's, his videos, recreating all these videos are, like, videos that he seems like he is sitting there and, like, driving himself crazy, trying to put out content that is going to get a lot of views by the titles or the thumbnails or the, you know, whatever. Because it's like these big kind of things. And that was actually kind of something consistent that I saw when I looked through all of these YouTubers, was that it seemed like they were trying to put out these video titles and thumbnails that were like from 5 years ago. And I'm a big believer that people don't really care about that, okay? That today in 2022, people want relatable. People want to be taken along for the journey. People want you to be real and authentic and genuine with them. And if you can't get down with that, and your video is, let's play hide and seek in some house, and maybe you'll win $10,000, nobody cares. Everybody knows they ain't going to win $10,000 on that video, okay? So when I looked at that, and then I looked at Jeffree Star's channel, and his videos get, you know, between 500,000 and 1.5 million, you know, views of videos, average. I was like, and Jeffree Star's, you know, channel, and I'm not going to be just talking about beauty influencers, but, you know, Jeffree Star's channel is makeup launches and typically and things like that. And, like, he has done, I think he did the Lady Gaga, the makeup and whatever, but hold on a second. So his videos, Psychedelic Circus got 1 million views. That was his launch video. Lady Gaga's new foundation, 1 million views. Star Wedding Palette Reveal, 1.4 billion views. Selling His Mansion, 1.4 million views. So he's getting slightly higher than James Charles. I do think that one thing that is smart about Jeffree Star is that he has taken some people along for the ride. So when you look at this, it is, I finally sold my mansion, and then down here, I haven't left my house in 2 months, the truth about the Star Yak Ranch. So he's kind of taking people along the journey with him. Like, he knows to get people to engaged in the story, get people engaged in the story of Jeffree Star, okay? Now, I want to talk about several other YouTubers that I looked into. I looked into PewDiePie. I looked into Mr. Beast. I looked into, I can never pronounce her right, Sophia Nygaard. I looked into Colleen Ballinger. who did I look into? Jake Paul and Logan Paul. And, there was somebody else that I looked into. And what I found over the last 2 years is that typically, and Jackie Ina was somebody I looked into, Nikki Tutorials. And what I found over the last 2 years was that typically their views were a lot less than they had been 2 years ago, okay? Mr. Beast, I would say his views, and I'm just kind of going off of what I remember, so if you guys want to go fact check this, I'm sure you're going to find me wrong, but I'm just going to tell you based on what I remember. Mr. Beast, his views, he's still getting phenomenal views, like 60 million views, right, a video. But like, they kind of go up and down. So he'll like have like a 60 million view, a 93 million viewed, 20 million viewed, and then like 100 million viewed video. And that was similar to what it was like a year or two ago, except he had a lot more that were more consistent in that, okay? PewDiePie, I was kind of surprised when I went to PewDiePie's channel that, and the only reason I did the two of them was because those are two of like some of the largest YouTubers out there. I was kind of surprised when I went to PewDiePie's channel that PewDiePie's channel is like, it gets like 2.2 million views a video, 4.1 view, I don't know. I mean, it was like between 2 and 4 million views a video, which of course is not bad, right? But when you're talking about somebody, I mean, how many, PewDiePie has like 100 million subscribers, right? Hold on a second. Let's pull this up. He has 111 million subscribers. So when you're, am I reading this right? I think I am. So when you read that, and the last video he had 3 days ago was 1.8, I mean, that's 1/100th the views, right? It wasn't a whole lot different a year or two ago, you guys. So that was what was interesting to me. I mean, it was slightly higher. It was like 4 to 5 million views. It was maybe half of what he's getting now, but it wasn't horrible. Sophia Nygaard, she was very similar to this. It was like 2 years ago, she was getting slightly higher videos, okay? Mr. Beast and PewDiePie have continuously, I would say consistently posted on their YouTube channels, right? When I looked at Nikki Tutorials has posted 2 makeup videos in the last like 3 months, and they did not do well at all. And then she posted her, I think it was her wedding, or her wedding video. Hold on a second. I have it all pulled up right here. Okay, so she has posted my first palette reveal, which that should have been like a huge video for her. 92,000 views. You Draw My Halloween Makeup Look, 389,000 views. Power of Makeup, Madison Beer, 827,000 views. And then Watch Our Wedding Day. And that was 2.8 million views, because everybody, of course, wants to see that. And then, there again, I'm telling you guys, this is a relatable video of, why is this ring light is driving me crazy tonight, of Nikki Tutorials taking people along for the ride. Like, I want you to see my journey and go along my journey with me. What was interesting to me about that was that Nikki was somebody that used to post on a regular basis. She's not posting regularly anymore, right? Because she's over on Instagram Reels, and she's over, I think, on the TikTok, okay? So that was interesting to me. When you go over and you start looking at these different people, like the Logan brothers were interesting to me too. Like Jake Paul, he's not getting the views that he used to get at all. But Jake Paul has changed up his content. I mean, there were 10 videos in a row that were all about boxing. And those videos, except for like one, got very low views. And then he just put out a video, I think it was yesterday, called Our Trip to Dubai. Hold on a second. So yeah, so he, hold on a second. So he put up a video yesterday called Our 1 Million Dubai Vacation, and it's sitting at 448,000 views, which is horrible for Jake Paul, right? And then the Paul brothers are back, 939,000 views 4 days ago. And then it's like all of these boxing videos for like the last year that don't get really that many views on them at all. And I think what happened was he changed up his content, because we know that Jake Paul is so obsessed with boxing. Okay, that's fine. Do you? But, you know, I mean, you're going to lose a lot of your audience that doesn't really care about the boxing, okay? And that's the thing, is that I think a lot of these YouTubers, and then I looked at Jackie Ina, and of course Jackie Ina had taken a hiatus from YouTube for a while and wasn't posting, and she just recently came back. And I think that it's a combination of things. I took some notes, because I think it's when people take long breaks from posting, and when you look at all of these people combined, okay, whether it's Jeffree Star, James Charles, Jaclyn Hill's a good example of this too. Jake and Logan Paul, Jackie Ina, Nikki Tutorials, all these people have taken breaks from posting on YouTube. They're not posting the way that they used to post anymore, right? And so their audience that was so ready to see their every Friday video isn't there anymore because they're like, well, you were posting every Friday, but now you're not posting every Friday, and I don't know what to go watch, so I'm going to go find somebody else, or I'm going to go to Netflix, or I'm going to go just scroll through TikTok, right? I think that's the first thing. I think the second thing that happened is that a lot of these YouTubers are changing up their content. I think they're not doing the things that they used to do anymore, right? And I think there's a way to do that, and the way to do that is to take your, audience along for the journey. Like, a lot of people have said to me on my videos, like, people just aren't that interested in the beauty community anymore. I understand that. I agree with that. I do think that there are quite a few people out there that are still interested in makeup. I think that people in 2022 are interested, maybe not in a new launch that you're going to charge people $52 for, but maybe people are interested in affordable makeup, or how to do affordable makeup, or how, to live in today's time with as little makeup as you need. I mean, I think it's like a lot of these beauty influencers didn't really want to keep up with the times. It's like they wanted to keep doing what they were doing, and let's create the most extravagant eyeshadow palette in the entire world and tell everybody that they needed to have it. Well, that's not the world that we live in today, The world that we live in today is I might have $5 extra at the end of the week that I get to go to Walmart. What should I buy that's going to make me feel better about myself? Because I still want to put makeup on. I still want to do looks to make myself feel good because I enjoy doing makeup, right? So I think that's that. Okay, so there's that. And then, and not just the makeup gurus, but a lot of these, I mean, James Charles is doing these let's play hide and seek in our house. Okay, girl, you're 22 years old. Then nobody will want to play hide and seek with you up in your house, okay? You might be the last person anybody wants to play hide and seek with up in a house. I'm just saying, okay? Not for $10,000, not $100,000, okay? First of all, James Charles wants to come out and talk about being so desperate that he was looking for boyfriends up in the DMs of his social media. Now he's willing to pay 10,000 people to come to his house and play hide and seek. That's some weirdo kind of stuff. I'm just saying, okay? These might not be the videos that you want to put out, because then that you might be the butt of somebody's joke. I'm just saying, like you were for my joke, see? You're 22 years old, you're talking about playing hide and seek in somebody's house. Okay, nobody cares, James. Nobody cares, all right? Take them along for the journey. The next thing I think is that people went to other social media platforms, and I really do think this is a huge part of what Jeffree Star was talking about in the video. People are going to TikTok. People are going over to Instagram. They're going over to the Facebook Live. And why are they doing that? I'll tell you the conversations behind the scenes, okay, is Snapchat pays more. Instagram Reels pays more. TikTok, it's better to feed people over to your channel this way. I want to do the TikTok. I love TikToks, okay? But I want to do TikToks just because I want to do TikToks because I think they're fun, or have a space to talk about things. I want to start doing recovery and sobriety talks over on TikTok. I think that's going to be the thing I might do. But everybody's going over these places because they're ruled by money, 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 money. And this is the real fallout of YouTube, is that this amazing thing happened, okay, 10, 15 years ago, was this platform called YouTube came along. Anybody could make a channel. And once you got into the partner program, right, you were able to make amount of money on that. Now anybody, I mean, you can still do that. You can still apply for the partner program. You got to have so many hours and so many subscribers and everything, right? Okay, and then you could make income off your videos. And then if you got big enough, people started offering you sponsorships, and it was a way of life, okay? But at first, like, I love when I hear, like, old YouTubers talk about how, like, they remember being on YouTube when you didn't even get paid. And it's like so much has switched, and it's like so many people are just going to where the money is now, right? They don't care about the audience. They don't care about the entertainment factor, the talent of it all. And it really breaks my heart. I wake up every single day and I feel absolutely so blessed that I get to call this my job, that this is what I get to do on a daily basis, that I get to talk to you guys, and that you guys leave me these amazing messages, and the fact that you follow me, some of you out there, and that you say kind things to my friends and my family, and it's just, it's like my husband will, several times a week, he'll send me a message from somebody that DMs him on Instagram, and it'll say like, hey, this person just wanted Peter to know that the pair of Birkenstocks he was looking for, is on this site. I mean, he just messaged me this like a couple days ago, right? And it's like, that's cool. That's really cool. And I don't ever want to lose out on that, you know? For all these people that are going to just where the money is. I'm okay with people going to other social media sites. But don't complain about the fact that TikTok is getting so large, that Instagram Reels are where everybody's going, that all this stuff is going on when you're leaving YouTube to go to those platforms. Stay on YouTube and demand that the people come to YouTube. Because people will continue to watch, you know? I believe there is still a place for long-form content on YouTube. And I believe that the pendulum will switch back the other way. You know, as I was sitting here and I was thinking about all these YouTubers and I was looking up the YouTubers and where their views have gone down, I was thinking about two YouTubers that I really, really love and adore. And they are so driven professionally, but also from an entertainment point of view. Like, they just love what they do. And that is Sloan and that is Nick Doramia, who are both commentary channels, okay? And I went and I looked at their views over the last 2 years, and they're newer, they're up and coming channels, you know, I mean, in the last couple years, they've been around for a while now, but you know what I'm saying. Their views are doing fantastic. They are really, like, killing it at the game of YouTube, and they're putting out long videos, and Nick has some 40-minute videos, you guys. You know, Sloan has some 20, 40-minute videos out there. Like, they're killing it on views. And the views are similar to the ones they were getting 2-3 years ago. So I'm not a big believer that this YouTube thing is going away. I think it's that these people have let go of their audience. They are not consistent with their audience. They don't care about their audience, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And then they don't stay on YouTube. And when they come back, they want to know. And then the excuse is always, I'm not in the algorithm anymore. Well, okay, I understand that. But then explain to your audience, like, I love that Jackie, I know, she has a video, where was I? I love that about Jackie, you know? And then it's like, explain to your audience at least where you were and why you took time off. And then when you come back, okay, maybe you aren't in the algorithm, but it's going to take some time to get back on there. But then if you're going to start posting, post again regularly because people want to see that. You know, if you come back and then you post a launch video and then you haven't posted again for 2 months and you post another launch video, Jaclyn Hill, people are going to be like, well, she's just out for the money. And we know that now, right? And then the last thing I think is that people complain, okay? Is that these YouTubers want to complain about the views and all this kind of stuff. You know, why are you complaining to your audience that has been so gracious? You guys, this ring light, I'm going to complain about this ring light for a second. Why are you going to complain about your audience that has been so gracious and kind to watch your videos and stick with you through the years? Like, I don't understand that. I do not understand that. I think it is ill-mannered, and I think it is just, it shows poor etiquette, okay? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to sound like Miss Manners over here, but I just don't get it. I think it's horrible, you know? I am such a believer. I am such a believer in being grateful for the time that we are given, you know, and on this earth. And I say this in my videos a lot, and I really, really believe this, not just on YouTube, but off YouTube as well. Where we give our time, whether that's going out to dinner with somebody, whether that's, you know, where we work, whatever it is, okay? Who we spend our time with, who we're in a relationship with, the friends that we talk to on the phone, people that we talk to on the phone, whatever, okay? The YouTubers that we watch, the movies that we watch, whatever. That is time that we are giving. Okay, if we're talking on the phone for 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes out of our day, okay? That's 5 minutes of our day, of our life that we will never get back again, okay? That we are just handing over to the person that we're talking to on the phone. If you're talking to somebody toxic, if you're keeping somebody toxic in your life, the question you might want to ask yourself is why? Why am I keeping this toxic person in my life? Because they're not doing me any favors, okay? Similarly with YouTube. When you have these YouTubers that don't even care about their audience anymore, you know, that they're basically just like, well, I'm going somewhere else because this audience, they don't even click on my videos. And you're getting 1 million views a video. Shame on you, okay? That's 1 million people that are giving you time out of their day every single day. And I think that's incredible. I really do, you know? So anyway, I think for those reasons, I think that YouTube the pendulum has switched this way, but I believe it's going to switch back the other way. I actually actually think right now is a really great opportunity. If you're out there and you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, I think this is a really great opportunity for up and coming people that they are going to be doing new things, you know, and I think and doing different and new things on YouTube, because I do think that people are going to get tired of, I mean, TikTok's already going to long form content, you guys. They're upping the minutes that you can do on TikTok. Why do you think that is? Because they're trying to build off of what YouTube has already created. It's just back and forth war, right? So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.